Hey Clone Club, this is Mel again, and I apologize for the late posting. One thing you can count on is that these videos will be posted before the next episode even airs. Now this video covers episode 304 of Orphan Black, titled Newer Elements of Our Defense, which aired May 9, 2015. So let's get started. Helena is still a prisoner at the Castor military base, although in this episode she manages to escape and do some recon work. While looking for the theoretical holes in her latest box, Helena finds another Castor clone named Parsons, and he's being medically tested on. More specifically, his brain has exposed as part of his head is cut open. Due to the pain he's in, Parsons begs Helena to kill him, and she does instead of escaping. Because of Parsons' vitals dropping, Helena is recaptured. Now, Allison learns that Ramon's drug business wasn't his to sell to her, so she's being summoned by the man behind the drug operation. Turns out that it's her ex-boyfriend, Jason Kellerman. Now, I found their exchange quite humorous, as they are reminiscing about the old days between them with no intimidation that you usually see in drug boss meetings. Like, for example, back in season 1 when Vic had to basically encounter his drug boss, and it resulted in his finger being cut off. So Allison eventually convinces Jason to let her sell in her neighborhood, and he even praises her on her soap business cover. Now, I think something's going to happen again between these two as the season progresses. Maybe more meetings between them, maybe their old feelings being rekindled. Who knows? But I definitely saw a few sparks still there, possibly him longing for her again. I don't know. It'll be interesting though. Now, Cosima is caught pining after Delphine by Felix, so he takes her to a bar and tries to convince her to go get herself back out there. And he even brings up online dating, specifically a dating app. But Cosima declines the idea of letting an app choose who she should fall in love with. Now, Sarah helps a bleeding Mark escape from Bonnie. So, her shooting him wasn't a kill shot. She just wounded him and wanted him to bleed out. So while helping to take the bullet out of him, Sarah learns that the Castor clones were raised together as brothers with no other outside attachments, so they didn't have the typical families that the leader clones were born into. Castor clones didn't have monitors, and they can't run from each other as they are trained to find one another. It sounds like the Castor clones lived at a boarding school or an orphanage, or it gave me the idea of Dark Angel and the transgenic children that lived in a very similar manner as these Castor clones. But anyways, Sarah then learns from Mark about his mission with the Prolethean group and how he had just retrieved the Prolethean leaders' stuff, thinking that it held the genetic material, but all it held were notes, which he thought were useless. Sarah doubts this and goes searching for the notes herself, and she discovers that the Prolethean leader was Professor Duncan's lab assistant back when the project started, and he took samples from the original donors of the clones. He had then inseminated his wife Bonnie with the material, instead of keeping it in vials, it seems. So Sarah tells Mark this, and he tells her about the dead son that the Prolethean leader had before Gracie. With that news, Sarah and Mark go to dig up baby Abel Johansson's body to collect his genetics. Unfortunately, Sarah runs into Rudy there, who has been tracking Mark down. There is a slight standoff between the brothers until Rudy stands down, since Mark is of higher rank than Rudy. And now the episode ends with the brothers wondering what to do with Sarah, since they don't leave loose ends, which is what Sarah is to them at the moment. In regards to Gracie, she returns home with her mother, Bonnie, but while there, she loses the baby. Helena's baby. And because of that loss, she's kicked out. And it seems like Sarah's storyline is solely focused on Project Castor, with Cosima and Helena providing the assist in finding answers, while Gracie is unknowingly along for the ride. I don't really know what purpose Allison's drug campaign has in regards to Project Castor, or maybe it's meant as a comic relief of some sort. I don't know. But I find it to be completely separate from the main storyline, with Allison only being brought into the main storyline if she needs to be a clone double. But I'm definitely glad to see Mark is still alive. He seems like the one clone that's more open to the idea of the Lita clones being his sisters than opposed to Rudy, who was ready to kill Sarah on sight. Now, I wonder if anyone from Project Castor knows that the Castor and Lita clones are related. Mark didn't know for sure, so I'm assuming the other clones don't. But what about Dr. Kawadi, or even Paul for that matter, or even the directors of the Project Castor? Do they know? And I'm pretty sure that Dyad is unaware, since they didn't even think the Castor clones existed until Mary Bowles captured Rudy. Now, I can't wait to see what they uncover from the baby skeleton. What is the baby exactly? Is he the first clone attempt, or is he the baby descendant of the original clone donors? I'm confused about that a whole bit, but I can't wait for answers to be shared to us. And once again, there's nothing told to us about the next episode, except for the little preview at the end, and that preview shows Casima on a date with Kinsea Solo's character, and I believe her name is Shay. It also shows Sarah as a prisoner at the Castor camp. So my predictions will have to be, there has to be some interaction between Sarah and Paul at the Castor camp. Helena has to be able to see that Sarah is an unwilling visitor at the camp, and know that that Sarah has been trying to get Helena back, that she didn't betray her, so I'm hoping for that. I am hoping that we do get more answers about the baby skeleton. I am hoping for interactions between all the clones together. In regards to this case, it'd be Helena, Sarah, Miller, Rudy, and Mark. Casima and his little date with Shay. I hope we see more of that. And I really hope that Shay isn't part of the whole clone business like Delphine was. It'd be great to see Casima having a slice of something that's not part of the whole clone club deal. So I'm looking forward to the next episode and having more clone puzzle pieces coming together for us. So what do you think is going to happen next? What did you think of the episode or the season so far? Which clone was your favorite in the episode, or which scene was your favorite? Let me know all about that in the comments below. Thanks again for listening in. I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and check out all my other videos as you wait. But until next time, bye Clone Club.